A shot of Paris. Welcome back to CBS Mornings. You are looking at pictures from that beautiful city, one of the world's leading fashion centers. You know, that industry is now facing its own reckoning on sex assault allegations years after the entertainment world was rocked by the downfall of Harvey Weinstein and the rise of the Me Too movement. Holly Williams spoke with 5 former models who all allege that a top model agent attacked and assaulted them in the 1980s. They are now lobbying governments to ensure greater protections for women in the fashion industry.
I couldn't get away, and he had his hands gripped into my hips. And when he was done, he just went to sleep. And I was just laying there crying.
In 1980, Jill Dodd from Los Angeles was 20 years old and working as a model in Paris, France, when she says she was raped by the boss of her model agency.
I walked home just in absolute, shock, comatose, just catatonic.
Wendy Walsh from Toronto says the same agent also raped her when she was just 18.
He was my boss. I trusted him because he told my mother he would take good care of me.
And E.J. Moran from Chicago says he raped her the following year when she was 22.
He threw me on the bed. He covered my face with his hand. He started calling me names. He turned into a monster.
In fact, all of these women are from North America, all worked as models in Europe in the 1980s.
Gerald Marie.
And all of them say they were either raped or sexually assaulted by Gerald Marie, a man at the pinnacle of the modelling industry in Europe for decades. 16 women have now given their accounts to the French authorities, accusing him of rape or sexual assault. But because of the statute of limitations in France, which sets a deadline for prosecuting cases, Gerald Marie cannot be charged. None of the women went to the police at the time.
I thought about going to the police, but I couldn't speak French. I didn't think I had a chance. I thought if I went to the police, they wouldn't believe me.
Gerald Marie's long denied the accusations against him.
C'est une non-affaire, cette histoire.
We are easily attacked, he complained on this French chat show in 1999 after some of the allegations came to light. In a statement to us, Gerald Marie's lawyer said he categorically denies the accusations and claims the women are trying to frame him as a scapegoat for an era that's now over.
This kind of abuse is likely to happen because the industry is largely unregulated.
Sarah Ziff runs the Model Alliance, a non-profit that advocates for models. She says not much has changed since the 80s, and she regularly gets calls from young models who say they've been sexually assaulted while working, some too frightened to go to the authorities.
Where does that fear come from?
You know, it's normal to start at 14, 15, 16 years old. This is an imbalanced power situation from the beginning. So, of course, it's not surprising that people are then scared to speak out.
Some of Gerald Marie's accusers are also fighting for change. They've lobbied the French Senate to change the statute of limitations and the European Parliament to change working conditions for models.
If you work in the fashion industry, you can be flown alone on a private jet to somebody's island and work in the hot sun all day long, have alcohol used as a weapon on you in the evening, and get raped at the end of your day. Where are the guidelines? Where are the laws?
The French lawyer who represents the 16 accusers told us there are more women who claim to have been assaulted by Gerald Marie, but who haven't gone to the authorities. Gayle.
Holly Williams, thank you for shedding light on that story. Listen, I think Holly raises a good point, and the lawyer does too. If there are 16 women that have come forward so far, chances are there's certainly more than 16, and they certainly need to rethink the statute of limitations.
Well, that's the
Just
key.
makes your blood boil when you see
Really
stories
does.
like that.
Exactly. It's a great way to put it. It's a harrowing story.
If you're a young girl at 20 years old, you're afraid to speak up, we will follow that story for you.